Last episode, I took you through my timeline up to me meeting my cancer team. Now, I met my team 6 days after receiving my diagnosis. It was 14 days after having the biopsy of my tonsil. That was 27 days after noticing my first symptom, an earache. And we also talked about the need for you to line up support and transportation for the next few months. You need to figure out who's going to help care for you when you do get sick and how you're going to get back and forth to all your appointments. You may notice that today's episode is a little different. I'm not in my studio. In this series, I am taking you through my cancer timeline to give you an example of one scenario of what may happen to you. Every cancer journey is different and every patient is different. Some steps are cookie cutter. You're going to get your diagnosis, you're going to meet your cancer team, and you're going to get some sort of a treatment. Some patients just get chemotherapy in pill form. I got IV chemotherapy and radiation therapy. Some patients require surgery, and some of those patients may require reconstructive surgery. And then some patients are just made comfortable and sent home to have quality time with their loved ones. Your journey is going to be unique to you. Now, at this point in my timeline, there was a weird lull. You have many appointments for a lot of different medical tests, and these tests will tell the doctors the size and extent of your cancer and give them a baseline of just how healthy you are at the beginning of your treatment. Cancer treatment is a process of killing cancer cells in your body, and during this process, many of your healthy cells are going to get damaged too. Your treatment is a delicate balance of killing your cancer cells without killing too much of you in the process. You can expect many appointments to get many tests. The doctors need to establish a baseline of how healthy you are at the beginning of your treatment. If they don't know your physical condition before you start your treatment, they can't tell if they are doing too much damage to you during your treatment. Now, except for showing up for these tests to be poked and examined and scanned, there does not seem like there's a lot going on right now. You got your diagnosis, you and your family had a good cry, and then you do your best to process it all in your head. You turn to the internet to get some information so you can wrap your head around this cancer thing that is happening to you, and then you ended up here. Welcome. After doing your research, you found your inner strength and psyched yourself up to beat this cancer thing. But then, for a while, it doesn't seem like anything is going on. Now, maybe this is just what happened to me, and maybe it all had to do with the caseload of my cancer center. But I had 3.5 weeks in between meeting my cancer team and getting my first drop of chemotherapy. Now, everyone fills this downtime differently. Some of you may wish you had more time before you begin your treatment, to get your affairs in order. My wife's cousin had breast cancer, and she packed her downtime with being a super mom and making sure her kids were going to be taken care of and had some sense of normalcy in their life. While she also juggled her career to make sure her clients were also taken care of. Me, I just got a little antsy. My daily commute to my job is in the opposite direction of my commute to my cancer center. And all the appointments that I was required to go to was affecting my attendance. So I had to take a medical leave of absence. It was nice to not have to worry about work so that I could focus on myself. But you do get a little stir crazy. Like I said, I had 3.5 weeks where I was like, okay, I'm ready, which is why I've taken you to this location today. I had throat cancer, and right from the beginning, the doctor said I was going to get a feeding tube inserted into my stomach because once they started nuking my throat, it was most likely going to hurt too much to eat, and I would have to get all my calories in through the feeding tube. They knew I was going to lose weight. Every patient does. This is why you should have a dietitian. It's not that easy to pump 2,000 calories a day through a half-inch tube and not throw it all back up. And there was a lot of throwing up. In reality, I lost 50 pounds. Here's a chart of my weight loss during my treatment. The doctors were suggestive about how much damage they were going to do to me, and the healthier I was going in, the better my outcome would be. So to fill my days and keep my mind occupied, I would come here. This is Lake Marion. It's located on the campus of a university near to where I live. There is a lovely walking trail that circles the lake. So to get exercise, I would come here and walk laps. I got my diagnosis on October 13th and started my treatment on November 14th. It was right in the middle of fall and really quite pretty around here. Having an exercise routine was really quite good for me. It was nearly the 1st of December before I became too sick to keep up with it. I did pick it up again after my treatments were over and I was beginning to regain my strength, but it was at a much slower pace. Once the weather started getting colder, I would come here. This is the Shannon Center. It's the athletic facility for the university, and for a small membership fee, anyone can use it. Right up there, on the other side of those windows, is a pretty sweet walking track. I would walk laps on cold days in there. I can't take you inside and show you the facilities right now because I'm filming this during the quarantine, so you'll just have to take my word for it. My radiation appointments were at 1:30 in the afternoon, and my wife worked the first half of the day, so I had mornings to myself. That's a lot of boring, empty time to fill, so it was nice to come here. Radiation therapy gets to be repetitive and mentally draining. You drive to the cancer center and search for a parking spot. You wait in a waiting room, lay on a table for 15 minutes, and then you go home. You do this every day so you can get better, but every day you feel a little bit worse. Not to mention that while you're getting irradiated, you are sealed in a lead-lined room. It's dark, it's quiet, and it's just you and the machine. 15 minutes is an excruciatingly long time to be alone with your thoughts. And you have to do all this again tomorrow. You really need to find ways to clear your head. Don't fall down a mental rabbit hole. Me, I took walks. It got me out of the house, and I could scale down my walks as I got weaker and weaker, until I could no longer come here at all. Your whole treatment process is basically them wounding you every day while they try to kill your cancer, and then giving your body some time to heal itself over the weekends before they wound you all over again. Now, maybe you'll be trying to use that downtime to be a super parent and provide your kids a bit of normalcy. Or maybe you'll have to maintain some sort of resemblance of a career. But you need to make time for your own physical and mental health. You can't let daily life beat you down at the same time that your cancer treatment is also giving your body a beating. The outcome is not going to be good for you. You need to take care of yourself. Really do. Please like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.